Yo, it's THEMOSHOW Chicago, and we are BACKAGAIN on another fantastic, sucker free TUESDAY. And if you're not here, you are missing the best party in town. And if this is your first time watching the MOSHOW Chicago, I ask that you share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come to contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. But before we get started with today's conversation, I tell you, I was talking about the Portland shooter yesterday, right? Because that's really a part of this conversation, seeing that they have identified the Portland shooter who killed Brandy Knightley, who was she was on a traffic crew for the protesters, and it was 43-year-old Benjamin J. Smith who shot and killed her. Who's out there in the chat room? Bend over, what it is. Where you from, Bend over? Where you at? I want to thank you for being out there watching, because you could have been doing something else, but I'm glad that you're here. But yes, Benjamin J. Smith, 43 years old, was wounded and taken to the hospital. While all of this was going on, while they was looking for the shooter, he was actually at the hospital because he was shot by a protester. Yes, what's that? Oh, you from Chicago? That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm from the go-to. I'm from the Big Windy too. And if you're from the Big Windy, well, you should be informative about all news around the country, especially if you are a traveler like myself. But this Benjamin J. Smith guy, according to his roommate and the Oregon Broadcasting news outlet, his roommate, Christine Christensen, female, said that she stayed with him for free. And basically, he was a pretty good guy until COVID hit. He was angry about the mask mandates. He was angry about the liberals. He was just an angry guy. An angry guy. But she said that he wasn't that way until the pandemic hit. Even his family told the Oregon news outlets that his attitude and his behavior had changed. He was an avid gun collector as well. In fact about it, let me show you Brandy Knightley, the lady that was killed in the Portland, Oregon shooting. Remember, I said yesterday that I don't know if she's black, white, or whatever, but assuming that she's in Portland, it's a great chance that she was a white girl, and here she is. Oh, there she is. That's Brandy Knightley right there. That was the woman that was killed in the Black Lives Matter protest. She was a traffic crew member. Okay? Directing traffic, helping to keep the peace. But the mask mandates, you see the position that has placed people in mentally? See what I mean? They can say that this isolation doesn't have an effect on people, but it does. They can say that this isolation doesn't have an effect on people, but it does. It really does. Some people can't wait to get outside. It's like when you have a dog and you keep him inside forever, and when he finally goes outside, you take him out there, he runs wild, runs crazy, don't know what to do. Just glad to be outside, okay? Speaking of protesters, did you know that those Canadians in Ottawa, Canada, that was protesting, those who they jailed, they froze their bank accounts. That's over 200 bank accounts that were frozen. Now, Why would they freeze their accounts? Because they could, because they rebelled. But they didn't storm a Capitol like these people here did in the U.S. Now, those people face charges, and they should face charges, because if it was me, I would most definitely be under the jail already. And they don't care if you're black or white, which they shouldn't. They stormed this country's capital, so they should go to jail. Okay? And, surprisingly, most of them were Caucasians, because they're tired. Just like the protesters in Ottawa was tired, but they froze their bank accounts. Freeze your money. That's too much power. That's too much power. What do you think? What's that? What you say here? He was a Fury. You know that? Yeah. An ex-member of Antifa. Yeah, he was. That's what's up. I mean, they say that he was an angry person eventually after the 2 years, the Antifa thing. More signs, more things are being unfolded as the story unfolds. But the great thing is they apprehended him. They know who he is. At least that lady's death won't go in vain. And it is sad that many black children or young black men or young black women deaths go unsolved. And it's sad, but it's true. And this time, this protester's life wasn't taken by the police. It was taken by a homeowner. Damn. Okay. But anyway, yeah, the Ottawans over there in Canada. Would the U.S., just think if the U.S. would freeze your bank account, where would you be at right now? If you was a protester fighting for what you feel is wrong, and you're standing up for yourself, you and those that like you, and they freeze all of your money, should that tell you something? Should that tell you to place your money elsewhere? Seeing that Joe Biden had wanted to know all the information about your banking situation at the beginning of the year, but that quickly got shot down. But needless to say, they were trying to do that while it was peaceful. So just think if something else occurred at the Capitol or a national emergency, would your bank account be frozen? What extent would they not go to or go through to get to you to lay it down and agree with what they're saying, or stop influencing others to do what they're doing, which is rebelling for a revolution, which is change. Nothing dramatical, nothing violence, but change. Change is necessary. Change is part of growth and development. Change. Some people don't like to change. Some people like the old stinky corral way of living. Even what we called normal back then, since this pandemic, really wasn't normal then. What's that? Okay, Antifa. Okay. But that's the cost of standing up for yourself. You may go to jail. You may have your bank accounts frozen. You may get shot at. You may die. So on and so forth. People are tired. Even 4-year-olds are tired. That's right, 4 years old. According to Utah, Salt Lake City Police Department, a 4-year-old shot at the police in a McDonald's parking lot after, according to the police story, but not their report. According to the police story, but not their report, that the father told the 4-year-old to shoot the police, to shoot at the police. Let me give you the story. According to the reports here, a man had drove up to the McDonald's drive-thru, ordered some food. The order was wrong. He then brandished an armed weapon. He brandished a gun. Meanwhile, he got two children in the back seat, a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old. So after he brandished the firearm, the employee told him to drive up to the door and we'll correct your order, right? And bring you your right food. But while they told him that, they was also calling the police. And when the police got there, they ordered the man out of the car. But he did not get out the car. So they drug him out of the car with the two children in the back seat. Now, if he had the gun on him, just wait. So it gets good. So they drag him out of the car, and as they are placing him into the back seat of the police car, the 4-year-old shoots out the back window at the police. Now, according to the reports, the police say that the father ordered the child to shoot at the police. But the police don't have any proof that the man said that. They don't have any proof that that father told his child to shoot at the police. So where's the body cam footage? The body cam footage would neglect all allegations. The father, according to the police story, not their report, said that the father ordered the 4-year-old to shoot at the police. Now, it is my guess that, and it's just my guess, I'm a common sense type of guy. After the weapon was brandished, it is, you can only guess or assume educatedly that the father placed the firearm in the backseat with the child or gave it to him, right? Either way, if you see someone harming your dad, your mom, I don't care what age it is, and if you are trained by your parents to shoot anyone that could possibly be harming them, would that child be wrong? Would you be wrong? The answer is no. That reminds me of a story with Sandra Bullock, and that's she was in Seattle. The unforgettable. The unforgettable? Yeah, Sandra Bullock. Anyway, she got out of prison because she took the weight of killing the police when she really didn't. It was her younger sister who was 5 years old. The police was coming in to take their home. The sister heard her on the phone talking to the police saying that we're not letting you come in here and take nothing. So the little girl felt threatened and killed the police. But Sandra Bullock took the weight. Needless to say, Rosie, what's her name? Rosie Rivera. Rosie Rivera, who is the sheriff for the Salt Lake City, Utah Police Department, she said that this has gotten out of hand. People shooting at the police. It amazes me. It amazes me how the police feel that it's a war on them when they have been terrorizing people all over the nation. Why are you so against people standing up for themselves, Rosie Rivera, after you all, meaning law enforcement, have traumatized them and then get away with it? What do you expect people to do? Just continue to let you do what they want to do to them? No. People are not having that. Obviously, not even little children. Children are not having you to do anything to their parents. Come on now. Now, even the police out there, even the police have to say that they can understand why people are shooting at them and will kill them. They can tell you that they understand that. Even Superintendent Brown of the Chicago Police Department can understand that. That's why in his TV interview, the press conference, he said that we don't need more cops with more guns. We don't need that. That's only going to bring more violence to us. That's the smartest thing he has said since he's been in office as superintendent of Chicago Police. He is absolutely right. And if you are a police officer and you feel that people are shooting at the police, people are killing the police, and people are not afraid of the police anymore, you are absolutely right. People are tired. People are tired of the policemen shooting their family member, and they go home. People got to thinking, how about we send you not back to your house, and let's see how your family feels, because that's just the reality of it. And what happens with the bully? Because the police are really bullies. They're really bullies. That's just, I know you police out there are not going to like that, but that's the truth. They know that it's the truth. What happens to all of the people that you bullied? They're tired, man. I'm just saying. Even for a 4-year-old. What do you think? Do you think the 4-year-old was wrong for shooting at the police? Mind you, there is no verification that the father said that. That's just what the police said. But it's not in their report. That's what they said. And if it was true, would not the body cam footage prove what the father said? But at this point in time, they don't have it. But that's what they said the father did. So they're charging the father with felony child abuse, endangerment, discharge of a firearm, even though he didn't shoot at the police. I mean, after all of this that we have been through with drive-thrus, craziness in New York, in Illinois, in California, what was that? McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell. Yeah, even had a KFC incident. It's bad for fast food workers, but if you are one, stay out of the drive-through window. Just saying. What's that? Okay. Yeah, but I'm just going to make this a quick live, you all. I just wanted to bring it to you. It's your brother, MOSHOW Chicago. Remember, it is your third eye that makes you shine like jewelry. By all means, leave your comments in the comment section. And if you haven't done so already, press the subscribe button below and view the other videos. And if you haven't watched my other channel, which they got me in jail on right now, I'll tell you about that on the other channel. That's the MOPOWERZ here on YOUTUBE. Peace out.